What's some advice that you got for dating that made no sense? Like that. Can you give another example of that?
After the first date, let the girl message you. Like, don't reach out to her. Do you guys do that?
No, not necessarily, no.
Yeah. Only if I'm ghosting her.
Only. Or be like, yeah, well, this was so fun. We'll do it again sometime and just never talk to her again.
That was pretty bad. I don't know. What
Yeah, I can't
advice?
think of anything off top that
But
was bad advice.
a lot of times after the first date, don't you notice that the girl would message you anyway?
I don't know. I don't know if they did first or I did first.
Yeah, it's
I don't
never
know.
been like consistent. Like it's always been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one
I think
way or the other.
traditionally guys message first.
Yeah.
Traditionally. I think nowadays I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's probably equal. But I think before it's always the guy, right?
Yeah. What is marriage still relevant in today's society for men?
for men.
Yeah.
Well,
From men, like where? Yeah.
from a men's perspective.
Yeah. Like, do you still think of marriage as, is it important?
I mean, I think it's dependent on the person and what they believe in.
Yeah.
But like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, if you notice now, they'll be like, there's no difference. Like, what's the point of getting married? It's just a waste of money. A lot of people do say that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, like, what's the point of having a Christmas? What's the point of like you going to Sunday mass? You know what I mean? Like, you can apply that to everything, right?
I still believe marriage is still an institution.
It is,
I still think so.
yeah. But I mean, but is that so wrong at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it really does come down because it's like, what kind of a wedding are you having? How are you guys getting married?
Yeah.
Are you going to City Hall? Are you guys planning a big thing? Who's paying for it?
Right.
You know, is it your parents? Is it because your parents want you to?
Right,
have a marriage?
right,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
there's so many different
Yeah.
reasons for getting
Yeah.
married.
Yeah.
That, and I think like so, the financial aspect of it now is a bit more popular or common just because of just how expensive they can be.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
So I think in general, not just guys, but I think in general, people are like, I'd rather put that towards a down payment to like
On
a
a
house.
house,
first.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Something
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
practical.
Yeah. For sure.
So I think in
For
that
sure.
sense, people's minds have changed, but a lot of people have different reasons for deciding
marriage,
to or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, I feel like I do want it, but also a part of me is maybe like, oh, because I know it'll make my parents happy. Like, this is what they want, kind of thing. Goes through the whole tradition of like the Chinese part of the wedding and like
Right.
inviting guests and stuff like that.
But let's look at it like the kind of like the spiritual side behind it, like the marriage.
Right.
It's just like for me, I could do either or. I don't really care, but
Right.
I will do it for the girl
Yeah. For sure.
because they want to feel officiated.
It's important to them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For
So,
sure.
I think that still matters, but I don't think people don't really like feel like that anymore, right? Like people are getting married less and less, I guess, or no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So for me, I agree with that. I think if my partner wanted to do that, sure, I would do that. But I think for me personally, that like portion of commitment, like a piece of paper, isn't gonna be the thing that's okay.
Of course.
So like if that means showing you that is what it is, sure,
Yeah.
like whatever. But
Right.
spiritually, like a piece of paper is not gonna enhance that.
It's not gonna enhance at all, right?
So
The size of the ring, having rings,
Yeah.
it really doesn't make a difference at all.
Yeah, like I was
Right.
watching this girl stand up, and then she was saying that she was proud to be a fiance,
Yeah.
and I didn't really understand it.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe you guys have some sort of insight to what she kind of means.
Is
to
it
that?
like a level up from girlfriend? Is it like a different
It could be. It's like status type of
title
thing.
or- Yeah.
Yeah.
The title, right?
right.
There's nothing wrong with that. If that's how you feel and that's what you want,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
But if you just like saying the title, it means like that much more. If you're like a girlfriend, it's like, oh, but like a fiance, it's like, oh, this guy's serious.
Right.
And I think maybe the girls need that. Maybe for guys too. Like we need that like title difference to separate from like, oh, this is actually serious. We're taking it to the next step.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think like some girls, well, people need to understand as well. It's like if you're dating a guy, like if you want an extravagant wedding,
Yeah.
right? This is what I dreamed of forever, right? But you know your man, he's only making like say like 20 grand a year,
Yeah.
right? You can't expect him to do all that.
Yeah.
So you have to understand like who you're dealing with, right? So I don't know. I feel like a lot of people nowadays, like it's just it doesn't really matter. Like we love each other. We don't need that title, right? So I guess if you're in a relationship and you want these things, know who you're dealing with beforehand.
Yeah.
Right?
The girl starts bashing you because you can't give her the $100,000 wedding that she dreamed of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe it's just the wrong girl at that point.
Exactly. That's what I think, man. If
Yeah.
my girl didn't want to marry me because I couldn't get her like $100,000 wedding,
Yeah.
then I'd be like,
Peace up, A-Town down. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
all right, then.
Yeah. So, like, do you know when certain guys or girls, they say, like, oh, like, I wasn't ready for the relationship. Do you believe in that?
Oh, she wasn't ready.
Like, I wasn't where I need to be for the relationship, or I wasn't ready.
I think there's some truth to that. I think.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, I think you could realize that and be like, you know what, I wasn't, looking back or whatever it was, I wasn't ready at that.
Yeah,
time,
for sure.
right? So
do you ever feel like, yeah, no, I know what you guys talking about. Because, like, some people would be like, oh, I'm not ready for her yet, but, like, I'm just going to go and improve myself and I'll come back to her kind of thing. Like, say you didn't make enough money. but
Right.
then don't you think, like, you could stay in a relationship because there's that bond already and work through all
Of
those
course, yeah.
together?
That's what growing
Yeah.
together is all about.
Yeah.
Right?
So would you judge a girl if she said you're not ready for me financially and then, like, come back to me when you're ready?
that's a weird.
that's a weird.
If I heard that,
It is, but I do agree that timing is very important. Where you are in your life,
Yeah.
it's very important
Yeah,
in being in a
'cause-
relationship and
Yeah.
yeah,
Because you learn more about yourself and whatnot too, right?
definitely.
Yeah.
Right? Like a perfect example is like in my 20s, was I ready to get married and hold that down? Like,
Yeah.
no, man, I'm not. Right? So I couldn't be with anybody
Yeah.
at that age, right?
Yeah. Because Brian wasn't mature till last November.
that's right.
Now he's ready.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Other than like physical attributes, right? What attracts you to somebody? What would you be like? What's like the okay, like, you know what? Maybe I got something here. You know? What makes you want to stay?
I think it's like a person that can challenge me like intellectually, right? It's just like, okay, like when we speak and we're having like the conversation, it's like, okay, like you could tell like there's something there that is just like, okay, like this person's intriguing, or they've made me think of something in a way that I haven't thought of before. That's like
You
Did you
answered.
just say yeah for true? You just answered.
You answered literally what I said.
Yeah, word for
before.
word.
Word for word.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like word for word.
Yeah.
my bad.
I'll do another
You guys are like the same.
Yeah, honestly, you guys should just date.
Okay, I'll give you another one. I'll give you a different one. And I kind of touched on this before. Is so aside from, let's say, physical traits, is like humor and like just just the same type of humor. It goes like such a long way.
Yeah, I
right?
think
Yeah.
so too.
Because
Yeah.
it's like you could like, there's a certain amount of relaxing and just
Yeah.
comfortability you could have with that
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Right,
Just
right.
be yourself and
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
The way that you do.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a big
Yeah.
part.
Because, like,
Sure.
some jokes, like, some people who are, like, kind of sensitive, and then you're like, oh, like, did I go too far?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, cause, like,
Yeah.
like, there's a fun part with, like, oh, you can roast each other, and, like, obviously there's certain things, but then, like, when they take it too serious, it's like, oh, like, this is weird. Now I
Yeah.
gotta filter all my jokes, then it's like, I can't really be myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not, like, be like, you fucking ugly, and all this shit. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What will you, Jay?
Yeah, I'd say like probably the same thing with humor, right? Because I have a very weird type of humor,
Yeah.
right? Like not everyone's gonna get like my humor.
Yeah.
So finding someone who gets my humor and can play along with that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
golden.
Do you think, like, the old school traits of a woman still applies. Like her being able to like know how to cook, like being able to like keep your plate. Like
I
keep your
mean,
plate,
it's
like,
it's,
those old
it's
school
it
things.
helps, right? It's nice, but it's not necessarily like necessary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
what I
at
mean?
this point in society, it's like a bonus.
Yeah.
It's like you don't kind of like it's a dying thing, and then like,
Right.
if they have it, it's like, oh damn.
Yeah, it's nice to have,
Yeah,
but it's not gonna make or break a relationship for me. Or some people it might, and
Yeah.
whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right, but you know,
Yeah,
like what were the standards of being a man back in the day?
I think it's still the same standard
shit,
now.
right? Like,
yeah,
be the breadwinner.
yeah, provider, protector, being able to like solve any problems pretty much, and it makes us feel good too as guys.
Yeah.
if we're able to provide and like take care of problems
For sure,
our
yeah.
men, yeah.
Definitely. Right.
Like sometimes girls just like to vent, like they don't need your help to solve the issue, but they just want to vent.
Yeah.
and like just like hold your like solutions to
Yeah,
that problem.
yeah,
They
yeah,
just
yeah.
want to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just need you to listen.
That's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
impossible though. It's like for me, anyways, because like you're telling me all these issues,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to help you. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I want that. I just want to vent. And I'm just like, don't talk to me, man. Talk to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Like I don't know. Like
I think it depends. So I think where I would step in
Yeah.
and give advice is if it's a recurring.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Like if it's
Definitely.
the same thing that
Definitely.
you're like talking
Yeah.
about, then I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you like I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you what I think.
that's
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's just
Yeah.
like a one-off or like you've had a bad like whatever, like
Yeah.
cool, like
for sure.
I think they just don't want to be treated as like they're dumb. Like
Yeah.
they just feel like I'm just telling you like I know how to solve it, but just don't like they don't want constantly like you solving their issues for them because they're capable of doing it themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the
yeah.
I think also in that state is they just want to talk.
yeah
They don't want to
Yeah.
listen. They don't want to listen.
yeah
You
they
know?
don't need a lesson right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.